Welcome, you guys, to the Seeds Storyteller Series.
Hello, good morning, and at the same time, good evening to all of my sisters and brothers all over the world.
Yes, we are so honored to have our dear sister, Soma Seal, coming to us from India. She's going to give us a little tour of her village right outside of Kolkata in just a moment. But thank you, dear sister Soma. Soma D in
Yes,
Bengali and Hindi is D is kind of sister in Bengali
yeah,
and Hindi, yes?
yes.
So,
I'm right now in my rooftop, and this is my rooftop tour.
mm,
Is you can see the village and is green.
oof,
It has lots of birds, and here is my praying room. I pray every morning to God. Please, God, bless me and bless all of your creations to have something good. And this is my another side of rooftop.
so
And
beautiful.
I am living countryside. I enjoy to live here because it's more quiet, more green, and I can see my nature with my
Yeah,
eyes.
yeah. Oh, wow. I feel like the miracle of technology is quite a blessing right now. I feel like we're together in your beautiful rooftop. So again, for those that are joining us live or on the replay, we want to, Soma and I want to together say welcome. And we're so glad you are here. This is the Seeds Storyteller Series, and we have the honor of hearing.
I am very honored too.
Okay, honor all the way around. We're so honored to be able to hear a bit about the work, the vision, the passion, the calling of our sister Soma in her family, in her neighborhood, in her city of Calcutta, in her country of India, and in her big heart and big arms stretching all the way around the world. Which you will get to hear about. So stick with us. This will last about 45 minutes. And our hope, our dream, our passion, Soma and I, is that as you listen, you are inspired. You learn something, and we talked as before the call about being ignited or fueled by a little bit, a little something you hear from Soma today, and that you just get a spark in your life for what it is that matters to you and something that you really want to do, that Soma inspires in you. And trust me, it's going to happen because she is an inspiration. A brand new sister to me, brand new, although in the world of sisters and brothers, I just feel like I've known you forever. So thank you for being you.
Yeah, it's like
um,
technology became so updated.
yeah,
We could see other side of the world.
I know.
Yeah, and what I thought, what I learn, what you learn, it's all could be shared.
Right.
It's not in only your heart, in your brain. We could share everyone.
It's
It's
true.
really, really great.
It's so great. It's amazing. Um, so before we dive into hearing a bit of Soma's story and the work that she is doing among women, many of whom are in forced prostitution in brothels in Calcutta, supporting women in her neighborhood who are looking to be able to put their kids through school and food on the table and many, many things. Before we get into all of those things, we really want to start this conversation after our rooftop tour. We want to start our conversation with a moment just to take a breath, to say a prayer, And you know, some of the stories and some of the work that Soma is doing is they're hard to hear about the plight of the reality of women and children um, living in brothels and on the street. It has to be hard. It should be hard for our hearts, but our hope is that you see the hope and the love that is in the dark places. There is light. And so we just want to take a moment. I was flipping through one of my books, Live Ablaze, this evening before we hopped on this call, and I thought I wanted to read this. So wherever you are, take a breath. If you can, close your eyes. Feel the seat under you, or if you're walking, your feet on the ground. And take this in. There can be pain, great oceans of it, in and around us. Allow what has been broken in you or what breaks your heart to capture your attention. Pause and tend to these places in you or in the world. You will find surprises and treasures here. In these deep chasms lie gemstones. Out of the darkest places, the pain that cripples and blinds, right here, there is love, hope, and healing. So be still, surrender. In the pain, pause. In the heartbreak, pause. In the possibility, excitement, wherever you are, pause. Whether you feel a flicker of hope or nothing at all, breathe deep, full, big breaths. Breathe in hope. Breathe in love. Breathe in peace.
So beautiful. So
Thank
true.
you. Thank you. And Soma, I asked Soma, she starts her days with prayer in that prayer room right behind her. And she's
Yeah.
just going to share a little bit of her place of pause every morning with us. And so talk to us a little bit about your time of prayer and that beautiful space behind you.
Usually in the morning when I wake up,
Mm,
after fresh,
mm-hmm,
I come to my prayer room.
mm-hmm,
After take a bath, I come to my prayer room and I pay Hanuman Chalisa
mm-hmm,
and Adya Stotram. Adya Ma is Ma means mother. Adya Ma is one incarnation of goddess Kali.
mm-hmm.
I feel I can get a woman power, fire from her when I pray. I feel good.
Yep.
She is very protective.
Mm,
She is giving. She is mm, she is one who fight against demons, against all the bad influence. So I hope if I could pray her, I
mm-hmm.
could get a little bit inspiration. I could get a little power from her.
Yeah.
I feel good.
Yeah. And you start your day that way in the morning, yes? In your room
Yeah.
behind you.
Yeah.
After or before your tea?
No, before my tea.
Before your tea. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm like first thing in the morning is
Mm-hmm.
prayer.
Yeah.
It's like
Prayer
just take a
before
bath,
everything.
prayer before everything. Everything start. Like just take a bath and
Mm.
come to the praying room.
Wow. That's beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for
Thank you.
sharing. And for those of you that are just joining, I want to just say again, this is the Seeds Storyteller Series, and this is my dear soul sister, Soma Seal. And she's coming to us from Calcutta, India, from her village about, did you say it's about an hour outside of Calcutta?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's going to be sharing with us about her work, her human rights activism work that is in her blood, in her passion, fueling her life. Um, in the write-up are all kinds of links to her, to the organization, her future coalition that she is a project director for and with. And so please look at the write-up and find, follow, friend. There's a link to donate to our fundraiser this month. But if you're watching this not live in the replay, there are going to be things going on for years to come with this amazing collective of sisters. So Soma, let's talk a little bit. Will you tell us about what it is that you do with the organization of Her Future Coalition? Give us a little glimpse of the vision and the day-to-day of your work.
Yeah. In her future coalition, in beginning I joined for temporary basis. In the beginning, when the company, when the organization start to work here,
Mm,
and but they took me.
yeah.
Yeah, and I love to work here. I see people are always feel like I have so many sadness, I have so many negatives.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like I am the ignored one. But when I see all over the world, all those women, all those girls, all those children's, mine my problem is feel
Mm,
very little
yeah.
to like they have there are some of them traumatized, some
Yeah.
of them orphans, some of them in like they have like prostitution is not a healthy thing, it's not a nice job, it's not prestigious, and people enforce.
Yeah.
So it's so many problems there. My
Yeah.
problem is nothing.
Mm.
So I'm like jump on it. Like I really want to do something like that. I really want to work with her future coalition, and what I want to do forever, and what I am doing in my job, it's like both same. So that's why this is my dream job. I get.
Right. That is a dream job that you're doing what you want to do forever. May we all be
Yeah,
so blessed. I'm
yeah,
happy. I'm happy. And everyone
yeah,
watching, that is our hope and our wish for everyone to have that sense
yeah.
of passion and community. And for you, I know creativity, like all these things coming together. So it creates this dream job. I love that. I love
Thank you.
that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I have a daughter,
Hmm.
so, and I at that time I had one daughter, but when I entered in jewelry studio,
Hmm.
I start with so many daughters. They all become my daughters.
Yeah. So one of the
So
things you do with Her Future Coalition is you're a jewelry designer.
jewelry designing,
And
and it's like to guide them how to do and what to do,
yeah,
and like for production line,
so you
quality
work in a
checking.
workshop, right?
Yeah.
In a workshop. Is that workshop, did you say it's about 2 hours from your house? Or is
No,
that one
it's
closer?
one is closer, one is near about 1 hour from my house,
Okay,
and Bobazar is 2 hours from
two.
house.
So
It's
the
one
so
hour 45. Yeah.
yeah, that's still a lot of time in the. Do you go by rickshaw? How do you get there?
Uh,
Or
no,
motorcycle, bus?
by bus,
Yeah. So you take a
and by
bus.
metro.
Yeah. Okay, so in this workshop, I know you are in leadership. You're the manager of this workshop with these women, many of whom have been rescued from the
Yeah,
streets, from brothels, given a fresh start. Yes,
yes,
at
yes,
community life, at ability to make money,
yeah,
um, in a dignified way, in a way that their bodies and their spirits are empowered. I
yeah.
know that's your passion. Yes.
Yes, and at the same time, when they became a jeweler, I
Yeah.
really want their identity will be as an artisan, not
Yes.
in the past. Our goal is to forget about what happened in past, have a new beginning, and have to have their own identity with
Yeah.
their own ability,
Yeah.
and they would have a gorgeous future.
Yeah. And I forgot to say that. So at the beginning, one of our intentions, Soma, and my hope for each person listening is that you find a bit of your story in the story of Soma. And so I just would love, because that is so deep, so profound, so wise, for anyone that is listening and watching, that um, is in need of a fresh start. You know, that
Yeah,
sense of identity. All of us have things in our pasts that are challenging and dark,
yeah,
and I love that what you're suggesting and inviting these women to, and your own self to,
yeah.
is a fresh start every day, a life with
Every
hope,
day,
together, and
and it's
amazing.
like, yeah, uh, don't give up. Don't give
No.
up so easily. Don't
Yeah.
give up.
Yeah.
Life is hard. We have to face the challenge.
Yep.
That's why we are human beings. We are the
Right.
best creation of the God.
Hmm.
What we can do, we could.
Yeah.
We could. If each and every person we want to do something
Hmm.
and we do a little bit of in our life, it will be a big, huge change all over the world.
Yeah.
Do not need to have the money, have to be very powerful person. You don't need to.
Hmm.
You just need to have a compassion with others.
Yeah.
You have to do something to say yourself to your soul that I am doing right.
Yeah.
It's make your your field change, and at the same time your community change. And
Yeah.
when everyone is changing, it has to be a good day.
Yeah.
and and don't forget, after every night the sun is rise again. And
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
don't give
Yes.
up.
And so for you, Soma, I mean, that don't give up. I know that that comes from your own story, where you said your parents, big love for you, lots of
Yeah,
love, which is a blessing.
yeah,
But you have said your childhood, you had a lot of struggle growing up,
yeah, very struggle. we
right?
are yeah, we are two sisters and one brother, and
Mm-hmm.
I am the older one. So my parents have to think about with their capacity what they will give us me chance.
Yeah.
My sister and brother also get that chance, and
Mm-hmm.
he don't have that capability, so I have to sacrifice a lot. But my school helping me,
Mm-hmm.
my for my education, and when I get a little bit education, I do tuition classes from very child, like very uh, from my teenage, and I share that money to education for my sister and brothers, and
Yeah.
that how the challenges I start facing, and
Yeah.
I start struggling, but I didn't give up.
Right. You just didn't. And even,
But
when we were talking before we began recording this live, um, you were talking as you shared this beautiful vista of your rooftop deck and the birds were singing. Even that you were saying when you first got to this house, it was very
yeah,
lonely,
no
very
house,
not easy. You
no,
were
no,
in the middle of nowhere,
nowhere.
right?
Yeah,
And
that
you
time I
had,
have,
go ahead.
yeah, that time I have a very little amount of money. I couldn't able to buy a land where is like very posh area in like city
Yeah,
area.
right.
I buy this land, and that time I have the only one house, the entire place. It's kind of ghost land,
Yeah,
and people are start living here. It's become
right.
a community. It's become a like countryside,
Yeah,
and
but
even
it
I don't
takes
have
time.
electricity for a long time.
Right. Right. Yes. So even that. So there's this thing of not giving up, in our day-to-day lives. It's taken some
Yes,
time for your home to feel like home and feel like
yeah,
a community.
yeah,
Okay. So quick other personal story that I love. So in this countryside, which now is a community that you have homes around you, you have two kids and a
yeah.
very full household of people you're caring for, including little furry animals. Tell us on cue. The dog was joining our conversation. So you have a passion for dogs, yes?
Yeah. Not only dogs, I like birds. So many birds are coming to my house. I love God's all creation.
Yeah.
It's like,
And you
and
rescue dogs. You have two dogs
yeah,
right now, yes?
yeah.
Yeah. And
I feed some street dogs too.
yeah,
It's like in my neighbor.
yeah. And you care for your parents-in-law,
Yeah,
yes?
yeah.
Life is
I
full.
live with my parents-in-law.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Right. Okay, so in the midst of all of these things, all of these people, these two dogs, a 1 to 2 hour commute every day to your work, it's a full life. Oh my
yeah,
gosh, such a full
yes,
life. I would love, you kind of touched on it a minute ago, but there was a moment in your community where you looked around and you saw that women around you were really struggling
yeah.
to um, buy food for their children and the dream of having their kids educated. So I want you to tell us a little bit about kind of how that happened, what happened, and then what you decided to do about it, because I think it's a beautiful story.
Yes, when I start living here, I saw people have like very much struggling, and
Yeah.
um, man, it's a more man dominating area, and women are not getting chance enough to speak about their own thinking, and they are struggling for their kids food and education and health problem. Women are not very living their hygienic way. So
Yeah.
because I'm living in a lonely place, something I have to do.
Mm.
So that time I am not working with her future coalition in the
Yeah.
beginning.
Right.
So I what I do, I used to start little kids for free tuition in my home, and I used to call those women to teaching how to take care of their personal hygiene and health care. It was like home basis. And that time I saw they are so much in need,
Yeah.
so much. So I just start thinking, what should I do? Like something should make a change. And one day, like after that, I joined Saradi, and one day I just take a couple of my sari, which I wear every day. In my cabinet, I said, bring some colorful, nice sari. And I told them to helping with me and make some nice blankets out of the sari and take to Saradi. Would you like to buy from us? Because if we will sell those and it will make a little profit, it should go to their children's education because they don't have enough money to admit them in school.
Right. Right.
And she buy and
And
I gave that
Sarah,
chance.
sorry, Soma,
Sarah,
to interrupt. Sarah is the founder of Her Future
her
Coalition.
future
For
coalition.
those that don't know, and is a Soma and Sarah are now best friends. Very, very
And
tight.
she is very kind hearted and she like I very sentence are very little to express her
Yeah.
work and her about how she is.
Yes.
And she's kind of son to giving ray everybody.
Oh, she is. She is. That's so true.
She
The
she
sun with just
is.
rays around the world of light
Yeah,
and
yeah,
goodness. So the thing that I love about that story, Soma, and so she started this Soma started this organization or this work just in her neighborhood, and using sari, which for those of you that don't know, saris are long, 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 long pieces of fabric
I can
that
show
are
you.
that
Yeah,
are
what I am
artfully
wearing.
wrapped, as Soma is showing. Oh, it's such a beautiful sari.
Yeah,
Ah, wow. So that is one long piece of fabric that she has masterfully wrapped and draped and made it look beautiful. So Soma said, what do I have in my possession right now that the women in my neighborhood can use to make something to generate
yeah,
a profit so they can feed their families and educate their kids? And I just love that because it's this core belief of yours, right? That
yeah,
just the small, starting small with
yeah.
in
And
your home, in your neighborhood.
when nothing is going on in my neighborhood, like no problem, like
Yes.
no activity is going on, and they cannot get any chances to work from home, and this is something they can work from home, and everyone wearing sari, and
Yes.
after that we start collecting uh, saris from shops and from women, and we are recycling, we are like upcycling those products and making something.
Exactly.
And
That's so awesome.
is yeah, and they can work from home, they can stitch when their kids are sleeping, when they are in the school. It's
Yeah.
no need to like a job, a particular professional job to have to go to office in the same time and came back to. So they can do their everyday thing and they can get profit too. And
Right.
at the same time I had a feeling like if everyone start a little thing,
Yeah.
so from a little it will be a big thing.
Yeah.
So that I wish who are listening, we are, all of our sisters and brothers, if we do at least something in
Yeah.
our life not only change our community, change our world, and you could feel your soul feel good too. You
Yeah.
could have, we should do, because God make us human being, the best creation.
Mhm.
Not only to watching movies, sleeping, eating food, and going to party and end of the life. Not
Right.
for that. Something better than others. We could do, we can think, we can feel, we can speak, we can share.
Yeah.
We can share our compassion, we can share our love.
Yeah. Thank you.
So please do that. And believe me, you will feel so good.
Mm.
Whatever tragic have in your life, you will forget. You will get a new happy day.
Hmm. Yes. Yes, may it be so. Okay, so Soma, the earlier on in our conversation, I was asking you if there was a poem or anything that has inspired you as of late, and you were telling me about this song by Tagore. Yes, and the song is all about having hope, continuing on your journey. Yes.
Yeah. And even no one with you, please continue the journey.
Just keep. Oh, there's one of your dogs.
Yeah.
So, will you sing a couple lines of the song for us? Is this in Bengali?
Yeah.
Okay. Will you? Are you comfortable to sing a few lines of the song? I would
I
join
can
you if I
sing.
could. Do it.
I can sing, but I am telling I'm very bad singer, but the song is very good one. যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে, তবে একলা চলো রে, তবে একলা চলো, একলা চলো, একলা চলো, একলা চলো রে. It means if nobody will come you in your tough days, never mind. You go alone, but keep your journey.
Wow.
You keep your journey. You keep when you will be success or you will be continuing your journey. Automatically, people will following you. You have to keep your journey.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
I could
Thank you.
feel it even though I don't know Bengali. I could feel the words, and in your smile, it's like one of your you bring people together and invite people to keep going. I love that about you. It's amazing. Amazing.
Thank you.
So and as Soma has said, there's so many things we can do without money, without having plenty. But we would be remiss to not say, for the rest of this month of February, we are running a fundraiser, Her Future Coalition and Seeds of Exchange, to raise funds for children, to be able to, the children of the mamas that are in forced prostitution
Yeah.
in Bobazar, Kolkata. And the risk for these kids is that they're out on the streets and vulnerable to all kinds of things without a safe place to go while their moms are in the brothels. And so Her Future Coalition is fierce in the vision and commitment to protect these
Yeah.
kiddos and to provide a safe space for their mamas. So this is one of many parts of what Her Future Coalition is doing. The link to donate is in the write-up. If you do have a little or a lot of money, we will cheer and celebrate it all. And if you have no money, but you want to be a part of what we are doing here, there are so many things you can do to share this video, to share this story, to comment and share with us what has inspired you. There's many ideas we have in the write-up for you. So whatever it is, we're glad that you're with us and joining us. The other thing that Soma and I wanted to make sure that we say as we wrap up this conversation is, we know, Soma has talked about it, life is hard. Being human can be
Yeah.
very hard. And so
Yeah.
for those of you that are watching or listening, and if you find yourself in one of those very hard places, we, my sister Soma D and I want you to feel our love for you, our prayers for you, our connection with you. If you have a means to reach out to us via email, private message, DMing, whatever platform you're listening and watching this on, please share with us your need for
Yes.
support and prayer.
Yes.
Soma will take you up with her into her prayer room.
Hello.
I'll take you with me on my prayer walks and light a candle for you. Um, please share it with a live person. Like Soma's song, you don't have to go it alone. Please don't. Please share your pain with another person and your need for support, because we need each other. Yes, Soma?
Yes, yes, yes. We need each other.
Always, always.
Yes,
Yes, life's
yes,
hard. That's what you've done with your women in your neighborhood, is gathered them around
yeah,
to have each other's support, not just for
yeah,
making money, but for going it together, which I think is
yeah.
so important. So, um, the other thing that I want to really encourage each and every person to sit with as we wrap up this conversation is Soma, and I really hope that there is one thing that you learned that inspired you, that you want to do different. We call it inspired action. We would love to hear what that is. So again, whatever platform you're watching this on, I want to pass it on to Soma and say, oh my gosh, Soma, look at what you inspired in this person. So please comment and share with Soma what in her story you loved, any blessings, any cheerleading, any encouragement for her. And we would love for this to be a conversation that has a lot of ripples, that has a lot of life. So please share. Yes?
Hi everyone. I'm very simple person. I'm nothing. If I could do a little, you obviously can do. Please do something.
Yeah.
I'm very simple person. I like to eat food. I like to chit chat with people. I like to gather and gossip, and I like to working with women. I like babies. I like dogs. It's like a regular human being. I'm no exceptional.
Mm,
I'm I'm part of you, one of you. So if
yeah.
I could do, you obviously can. Just take a step up.
Yes. Oh my gosh. That is a perfect way to end our conversation. Step up, people, and do it with us. Let's do this
Yeah,
together.
yeah,
I mean, really, Soma and I are literally about halfway around the world from each other. So if all of us step up together and wrap our arms, we can encircle the world.
yeah.
So thank you, all of you, for joining. Soma, my heart is this. I am so honored. We are honored for you to have shared your heart and your story and your love and your dogs and your prayer room and your rooftop and your smile with us. Thank you. I love you.
Thank you very much. Thank you to you to give me chance to speak out in front of the world. All my thoughts with me, I could share. So thank you very much.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
welcome. You're welcome. Okay, y'all. Wow, that's been the quickest 45 minutes of my many days for me. I can't believe it. Thank you for joining, everyone. We love you. And Soma and I together want to remind you that you're loved, that you belong, and that we belong to each other. And let's
Yeah.
stand up, as Soma says, stand tall, and let's light up the world. We love you guys.
Yes.
Namaste.
Namaskar.
Blessings, namaskar,
Yes.
and namaste,
Yes.
and all the things. We love you guys.